I'm about to play a piano called Swinging. The piano piece that I just played here is having 3 beats per measure. There are slurs that arc over the entire of the staff, and this has quarter notes and half notes and also dotted half notes, and there's also an octave higher here that is to be played, which is, instead of playing here, we play this here. Now this is having 2, 3, 4 on the right hand and 4, 3, 2 on the left hand finger numbers, and this is in the volume of forte, which is regular loud, and as well that this also has a description on the top left, which is suggesting playing this gracefully. There's also an accompaniment here. This staff is played on the bass clef, so this is with the left hand, and I will play this by itself right now. This is accompaniment, and this has a here to be played in mezzo forte, which is medium loud. This is a flat. This symbol right here, as we can now notice, this is known as a flat, in that you, instead of playing on a regular key, you play on the, not on the regular white key, but you play this on the black key. So right here, for instance, I played in this measure right over here, so it would be such. This is B. This flat is showing that it is on the B note, so therefore the B is to be played in the flat. So instead of on a measure such as this right here, I'm going to play this measure right here, so it would be on a B, and instead of this, it would be played like this. Basically, instead of this note, you played, this is the flat known as, and also this is to be played an octave lower, because this is showing on the bottom here to be played. Now the next piece I'm going to play is called Spanish Guitars. Spanish guitars, both yours and ours, playing a that is very musical. Now here you play this in 3 beats per measure for each, and this also has forte volume to be played, and there are slurs covering the entirety of the notes, so the entirety of this is supposed to be sounding connected. And then there's also quarter notes and dotted half notes, and there is as well the finger numbers to be played are 5 and 1 on the right hand, and 3 and 2, 1 on the left hand. Now there is also a bass clef accompaniment here as well that I am going to now play in the mezzo forte volume, medium loud. This accompaniment that now I played has a flat that is not shown to be played in the beginning of these staffs, which is that you only played when it is shown on the individual notes, such as here and here, which is on the E key, so that would be played. And also there is volume louder symbol here, which is this, and that is where you have to start from the soft and then you go louder right up here. That would be, but this is, so you play this louder, continuation. And there's also this, which is symbol. There's a brief stop to the volume, and then you play this returning to regular volume here. Now the next piece I'm going to play, oh, and then this is also a description is on the top left to be playing in strumming, which is apparently a technique used on guitars. Now the next piano piece here is called Rubber Boots. We are wearing rubber boots on this rainy day, keeping warm and dry along the muddy way. We are wearing rubber boots on this rainy day, keeping warm and dry along the muddy way. Now this is good technique to wear these boots. Now this is 4 beats per measure, and it has quarter notes and half notes and also whole notes here. Whole notes is, as we already know, is 4 counts as 4 beats per measure. Now there's also slurs connecting all the notes, so every note is that connection here. And then there's also so each one is connected through the either dual paragraphs or the entire staff here. And then there's also a repeat sign here to be playing this once more. And then the forte volume here. And then suggesting that this to be played back and forth, which is very self-explanatory, and especially that there's playing this twice in a repeat, and this must be suggesting to play it just like a person with boots. Now there's like a person with boots. Now there's also an accompaniment here. This is on the bass clef, and now this accompaniment has interesting new signs. Now I'm going to play this with the left hand. Now this accompaniment here has the playing in mezzo forte, which is medium loud, and there is now a sharp sign. This sharp is now, instead of playing on the white keys, you play this on the black keys here, on the black keys here, on the black keys here, and this is on the F note. So this right here, for instance, I'm going to play this paragraph, this measure, in that instead of playing this as so, you have the F, which is right here. This is different from a flat. A flat would be that you play the black key before the note. Instead, a sharp is playing the black key ahead of the note. So a flat to be played, for example, on this key, which has no black key before it, you would merely count the previous white key as the flat itself. So this would be an exception to be playing a flat note. So it would be this flat of F, but that would be pointless since you can simply just say the E key. But for here, there's this specific measure is showcasing that there is the F sharp here, and that is that. And then there's also, along with the repeat sign here, this is showing 1 and then 2 over these separate measures. Basically, this is the first to be playing when you play this piece in the first. Then you do not play this. Only you play this when you are playing in repeat, on the repetition, the second of this then you play this and then you don't play this. So that is what this is referring to. Now the next piece I'm going to play is called Wooden Shoes. This is a piece here that I just played, as you can notice on this, and then here it seems to be very a jovial chap. Now this is 3 beats per measure and it is very concise, so it's to be playing using something called blocked fifths, and that is that here you are using the 1st and the 5th finger on the right hand and the 1st and 5th finger on the left hand as well. So this is known as the blocked fifths. And then it's forte, loud, and it has this dot here is that you play this in a more brisk manner. This is to be played with staccato style, which is unlike a slur that connects these. This has a certain pop to the notes, and these notes also are quarter notes and dotted half notes. So this has something which is to be played. For instance, the first measure would be, so that's how you play that. If that dot would not be there, it would just be regular, and then with this dot it is like so. That is what this is referring to here. And the next piece I am going to play is called Donkey Talk. So this is this. Hee haw, says the donkey. Makes no sense at all to me. Okay, then now this is very funny here. Now this is 4 beats per measure, and there's a slur connecting both measures. It's to be played in the forte volume, loud, and then there's numerous quarter notes and a half note here, and that is Donkey Talk. Okay, now the next is called Tantrum. Stamping my foot, scowling and mad. First it feels good, then it feels bad. That is interesting about the human nature, how it first is good and then it feels bad. Something to of human nature of temper tantrums. Now this is 5 beats per measure, and then there is a forte volume, which is regular loud, and then slurs are overarching to dual measures, and then there's 4 and 2nd on the finger numbers on the left hand, and then there's 2 and 3 on the right hand, and then there's quarter notes and half notes over this, and that's now this is that round and round piano piece, and then here. Wow, that's very fun. and this is 6 beats per measure. And the mezzo piano, which is medium soft, there is quarter notes and half notes, and also dotted half notes and slurs over the dual measures.